Colorado governor compares Ron DeSantis to Putin and calls for Mountain Disneyland. I'd love a Mountain Disneyland. Ron DeSantis has been an active proponent of the Republican ideals of allowing businesses to operate without government oversight and the First Amendment right to freedom of speech against the government without retaliation, unless, of course, you're a company like Disney who disagrees with him. While a similar self-governing district exists in the highly Republican-populated corporate city of the Villages, the Florida governor has stripped Disney of its Reedy Creek Improvement District. Last month, Colorado Governor Jared Polis compared DeSantis to Maduro or Putin and encouraged Disney to consider a mountain Disney. Watch this.
A Democratic governor has stepped forward, calling out the DeSantis playbook as authoritarian socialism, while offering Mickey and Minnie full asylum in his state of Colorado. That governor, Jared Polis of Colorado, joins me now. Governor Polis, thank you for being here from my former growing up state. Let's talk about authoritarian socialism. I saw your tweet and thought, that's the term we need to be using, because you'd explain what it is. What is authoritarian socialism?
Yeah. First of all, Randy Rainbow, wow, Joy. I'm a huge fanboy. Everybody should stick around and listen to Randy Rainbow. He's amazing.
Yes.
But on this topic, Joy, so what we're talking about here is this is out of the playbook of authoritarianism, of government intervention in private business, saying you don't do what I want. In this case, you're not supporting my anti-gay law. Therefore, I will directly penalize your company, not pass some general law that affects all companies. Literally, we will go after your company if you don't get in line. I mean, that's out of the playbook of Maduro and Venezuela, Chavez. I mean, this is the kind of leadership they have that stifles freedom, stifles economic prosperity, and it's exactly what we're seeing out of Ron DeSantis in Florida. And look, if in Colorado's always happy to have a mountain Disneyland, and Mickey and Minnie are safe here.
I'd be Brokeback Mountain Disney.
That's where my head was going.
And I would do winter sports as opposed to Florida's water sports.
See, I was just thinking of the
terrible
cannabis
people.
and Disney.
Well, I think what's happening here, I think in my head is what the Democrats wanted to do to large corporations was, tax the rich, tax the wealthy, tax the bigger corporations, which we weren't able to do. And now he's doing it only because they went after him.
Right.
And so it's, although he's doing it in a weird way, it's doing it in a way where we didn't want it to be done. He's kind of doing us a favor and kind of letting large corporations know that we will come after you, should you not abide by law, or should you not kind of...
Or I want to retaliate against you, because he's not going after that other city that's as large, if not larger than Disney, because they lean Republican and Republican retirees, and he's not touching them.
Mm-hmm. I'm grateful that he's calling him out, right? I mean, and the kind of comparisons to authoritarianism, I think, are really apt. Like, I think that's really, he did retaliate because it was an affront to him and his decision, and like, it's not unclear. Right. I mean, that's exactly what he did.
And DeSantis wants to be the next Trump, so it's good that the governor of Colorado is calling out the governor of Florida.
Yeah. Exactly.
What do you think that says to Republicans? What's the message there?
Like, we have the power. That's what it tells me. What upsets me, honestly, with this whole situation is that there's going to be so much that the people are going to have to pay for it in terms of taxes, because what was it? It was 19 billion. Maybe I just went too high, but it was still in the billions of dollars that Disney has to pay back in taxes, but it's going to be put onto the taxpayers of Florida. I'm like, you didn't think this through, honey.
Right. Well,
they're putting the taxes on them in an election year.
That's just what it's going to
during in a relatively swing district, the greater Orlando area.
Yeah, it's Central Florida.
Yeah.
Central Florida.
And he's also changed the entire this whole Supreme Court thing changes the midterms, because up to this point, like, everyone was just worried, will there be turnout? Will people be motivated?
Oh, they will be motivated.
Right now, the liberal community is going out to vote because they know local politics, governor politics, all of that is going to play effective when Roe v. Wade is overturned. You're going to have to turn to your governor and who's running your state to protect your rights at that point.
Yep.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBT